right, you guys, I'm in the middle of doing the mid-December readings for each zodiac, but on Sunday nights, I do this reading called For Whoever, and if this message is for you, then it doesn't matter your zodiac sign, just whatever wants to come through for the week, messages that want to come through for the week. Okay, so this is the week of December 12th through the 18th. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher, so even though I'm not anchoring this in any zodiac sign, you'll know what I mean, that you're watching and go, oh, that's my person, or oh my God, that's my brother, right? Like that might happen. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? All right, very cool. So in the description box, I put up the calendar, or the calendar for the mid-December reading, so you can see when your zodiac comes out. Those are all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This week, I'm doing a tarot class, a little mini tarot class, which is on Tuesday, which is kind of cool for people who bought the deck. Going to give a little freebie lesson. And I think you can still get in on that if you want to. Live teaching tarot, bring your questions. Also, Jakara, my friend who does soul contracts, is going to be doing a class this week on who people are to you. So if you're wondering if this person is your twin flame, or if you're wondering if someone is a toxic energy for you, Jakara's class is the place to be. That's happening Wednesday and Thursday this week. It will get capped at a certain number of participants, so jump on it before we do that. All right, let's see where we go here for whoever needs to hear this message. Any zodiac signs that do show up, I'll check them out in the extended, okay? Fellow travelers, grounding, answering the call. Okay, so this is a very timely message. If any of you have had the experience since the eclipse energy around, and also November 18th, when Venus started going into the shadow of the retrograde. The retrograde doesn't start until December 19th, but there's a shadow period before and after that can feel like, oh, this is coming. Oh my God, this is coming. And Venus in retrograde causes us to look at what we value in terms of love and money. So you might have had some sleepless nights. I've talked to a lot of people who've had that issue, and I have had that issue, and fears coming up from, old fears, things that you thought you had worked through and all of that. So the answer here is about grounding, and grounding in some kind of spiritual practice, meditation. I'm learning TM, transcendental meditation, which is a different kind of meditation. That really is all about a mantra. It's really not about clearing your mind or anything like that, but it's just putting you in tune, in frequency with a sound. It's not even really a word, it's a sound. And I'm learning more about it, so I won't talk more about it now, but it is something, just in a general way, grounding yourself in a spiritual practice is going to help you, because this is happening because you're elevating your frequency, all right? You are now in another phase of ascension. The north nodes, when we go through eclipses, it's like the north nodes being moved, okay? So the north node and south node are in alignment, and that's part of the eclipse energy. North node is moving from Gemini into Taurus, and I put the exact dates on the community page, so if you want to take a look at that. But it is moving into Taurus, and so we're feeling that, like, moving from an air sign into an earth sign. So if some of you have a lot of air in your chart, this can feel like the boat running aground, okay? It can feel like that. For those of you who have a lot of earth in your energy, you may feel like, oh, good, grounding, yay, yay, yay. So fire energy may feel a little bit out of sorts. Water energy may be more comfortable with it. But the earth energy people are really comfortable with it. It doesn't mean it doesn't affect you. It doesn't mean you don't have these, energetic hits or anything like that. It just means that the quality of them is different. So when the North Node moved into Gemini, my North Node is in Gemini, I was like, ah, right? Like, it was awesome. And it felt good to me. It felt like coming home. Now moving into Taurus, there's this, and it can be bringing up a lot of fears around money and love. Okay. Some of you have written to me about fears around money. I think I'd like to do, I am doing the mid-December readings right now, but I'd like to do something around the energies, maybe another air, fire, earth, water, kind of get a sense of the energies of people. So that will likely come after the mid-December readings, and just give you a sense of like how to navigate this energy. Fellow travelers, like we are all in this together. We're all coming together now, feeling more connected, even though we are separated in 2020. We were really separated. 2021, there's still this sense of separation, but a more like a 5D connection is becoming more common for people to feel the energy of another person. This is really about navigating energy. So when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have these little freakouts and stuff like that, just know that there's a change in the energy around you. And so you might be, getting things ginned up that still need work. Okay. Yeah. Still need work. Four of Swords. That's about healing. All right. Page of Cups, Nine of Swords. There's that middle of the night stuff. Chariot, Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Absolutely. Wheel of Fortune, Star, another healing card. That's beautiful. Lovers. Wow. Nine of Wands. There's okay. So do I really need the cards to tell me this? I don't think I do. You see this Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands. Nines are the end of a cycle, right? And then we go back to one. If you took my numerology class, you know about this. Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands are the two nines that are challenging, right? This is the middle of the night, terrors, sleeplessness, things like that. Nine of Wands is like still holding on to some things that need to be let go of. This is almost like this person is a little bit defensive, but they're also like, look at what I've accomplished and how dare these energies show up again. Like, I can't believe I'm still having this. You're still having this because you're human. Okay? We can't get away from the 3D, and nor do we need to try. That's what this energy of the North Node moving into Taurus is kind of sharing with us. Like, you're still 3D. Okay? There's still that anchoring in the world, the earth energy, grounding, right? We're still doing this, and it's a thing, and it's fine, and it's good. Okay. So don't worry about this. This looks to me like past, present, and future. So right now, if any of you are having these sleepless nights around money, I'm happy to tell you it's going to change. But there's one thing I want to say. It's like, if you have any like bad habits around money or around love, if you have a tendency to be codependent, or if you have an overspending problem, credit problem, anything like that, now's the time. Like, be aware of the lesson that's coming in and learn it. And it's not enough to be like, I see the lesson here. It's now you're going to have to apply this information in order to navigate the next 2 years or so, in order to navigate and feel solid. Solve this problem for yourself and let go of anything. You're holding on to something here, like a belief system. It can be like a sense of hoarding also. If this is about love for you, there's certainly a pattern that is making your life rough right now, or is being triggered by a person coming in, making a little offer, a love offer of some kind. And it's like, if you have been through toxic relationships, then when someone comes in, I do feel like there's a little bit of like, oh, is this it again? I don't want this. I don't want this. Or is it like, just jump in and then realize, oh, it's the same pattern. Okay. So the happy medium to that is to do the healing work now. Do the healing work now. That's what that eclipse energy of about a month ago or so, maybe less than that, that eclipse energy was telling you. Also the energy of the shadow period of Venus in retrograde. It's like both of those two things, okay, are kind of like clapping together, and it's loud. Some of you also might need some protection. There might be other people who are, right? This makes me feel like There are other people out there who may be psychically attacking you. You may feel that way in the middle of the night if you have these like night terrors or just disturbed sleep in some way, crazy dreams, unable to fall asleep, unable to wake up, right? Like you're so, at the time when it's time to get up. I've been awake all night, but now I have to get up, and then it's like, ugh. So just be aware that there can be other people around you. So I feel like doing a little protection around you, sort of like a sphere of mirrors. So anything that's coming in is going to bounce off of you. Now, what's coming is things are going to be moving forward into the next phase. So it's kind of like the universe saying to you, okay, get your shit together, because we're moving in a direction that is going to be healthier, that's going to give you more choices. You could have a new love coming in, or a new career, a new way about handling money. And, your business could be getting a lot bigger, and you've got to really work through, the taxes issue, all these issues. You got to really work through this situation. I did a little Venus in retrograde reading on Friday last, and I might do something about how it impacts each zodiac sign. That's another, write it on the list, right? How Venus in retrograde will impact each of you. So if you don't clear the issue is going to show up again. 9 of Wands, okay? You're going to have, it's kind of like when you get a close call, all right? If you've ever been almost in a car accident, almost losing someone, almost in trouble with your money, almost, something like that, and then it passes and you go, whoo, and you're grateful for a minute, and then you kind of like forget it. This is time to really be like, no, don't forget it. This is a lesson that needs to be integrated and anchored. It needs to be wisdom that I call upon, and maybe I'm changing the rules of how I'm behaving as it relates to love and money. I'm changing those things. That is Venus in retrograde. So clarify this 9 of Wands for me. Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, wisdom. Okay, the Hermit showing up here. Let me see one more here. 10 of Wands. This definitely feels like the earth energy here. This is Virgo, 2 Virgo cards. This has been showing up a lot, that the Knight of Pentacles is showing up in tandem with the Hermit. Different decks, all kinds of shuffling going on. But these two are showing up together to say, work through, use your wisdom to anchor in this Knight of Pentacles, who's very trustworthy. But this 4 of Pentacles is stuck energy. So be mindful of that. Get rid of the stuck energy, but put in place the lessons you've learned. So some of you may have a mindset around, I'm getting a lot of money issues here. Some of you may have a mindset that if you hoard, or if you buy something on a credit card or something like that, that, magically it will disappear or something like, it's like magical thinking. Some of you also, if we're talking about your work, you may have a tendency to be stubborn about what you're doing, and you need to change what you're doing for clients, what you're doing in your work. Some of you may have a situation, a near miss, out of the blue kind of near miss with your work. Like maybe there's layoffs going on, and you bypass it. Despite very, very low unemployment, you may be like, whew, that was a close one. So if we're talking about love here, because the Page of Cups and the 2 of Cups and the Star, these two things are intertwined. Venus is not just about love. It is also about comfort. It is also about our money. It's about what we value. And so these two things, when you're in, love is a very high vibration, that attracts abundance of all kinds. So these two things kind of braid together. And if there's no such thing as compartmentalizing energy in your life. If you are very generous and kind and giving in love, but very stingy with money, the money thing is going to flop over into the love, and the love is going to flop over into the money. So you're going to need to balance this stuff out, balance out, generosity, balance out, giving and taking. So there's an even give and take with people. Healing that. You may be someone who like overgives in terms of money and love, and it's time to balance that out. Okay? The Chariot is about moving forward, very determined, like seeing the way forward. The Wheel of Fortune, yes, we're seeing the way forward. Nine of Wands, there's a little stuckness here around, not that. I don't want to change that because that's what protects me. Well, here's the thing. I'm here to tell you that it may have sometimes coping mechanisms work only for a while. So if you learned something growing up, making yourself small or something like that was a coping mechanism for you so that you didn't get caught out or you didn't get seen and then get reprimanded or didn't get in trouble or something like that. So you made yourself really small. It's time to change those coping mechanisms. If hoarding money or spending on a credit card in order to get something immediate gratification, if those things worked at one point, I don't feel like they're going to work anymore. So the rules are definitely changing. Clarify the Five of Pentacles for me. The Five of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, look at all this pentacle energy. Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. All right. So what's happening here is, Pentacles can also be time. How are you spending your time? Who are you spending your time with? How are you organizing your life? I feel like those of you who resist learning something new as it relates to what you value, if you value having wealth or if you value having a flow of money, then learn why the money stops sometimes. Learn about that for your own benefit. Something you might have been doing for a long time needs to change, okay? So that you can become a lot more stable and solid. And guess what? Attracting in love because you're balancing out these energies. I'm definitely seeing that love and money are kind of braided together here. How do you behave in love? How do you behave with money? Are those two things antithetical to each other? I'm very generous in love, but with money, you get your hands off it, right? There's something here, not that you need to be, giving away your money. I'm just saying, like, if you're doing something with money, it's impacting your love life and vice versa. If you're being like very much like, I don't want anybody near me, but you really want to attract money, then you might need to balance this out. Okay. All right. I'm going to continue on with this. I do see quite a lot here. I see Aquarius and Gemini and Virgo and Sag and Pisces and Cancer. So I'm going to look at all of those. If this is your story, there's a link to continue on with me. I will look at all those zodiac signs. I'll give you a little bit of extra help in the extended. All right. Link is below. I'll see ya.